All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unlock a really simple trick for remembering any number you want, just by turning them into pictures.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why you can remember a face, like for years, but a new phone number? Poof, it's gone in seconds. What's the deal with that?
Well, it really all comes down to how our brains are wired. We're visual creatures, right? We remember faces, places, and things because we can literally see them in our mind's eye. But numbers, they're just abstract. They're like trying to grab smoke. There's nothing solid to hold on to. And this exact problem was driving a user named Errol on the Art of Memory forum absolutely crazy back in 2018. He was trying to become what they call a memory athlete, but all the standard techniques, they just weren't clicking for him.
Okay, so it's not like memory systems didn't exist. There were some really powerful ones out there, like the famous Major system. But here's the catch. They were kind of complicated. You had to go through all these steps, turn a number into a letter, then that letter into a word, and then finally turn that word into a picture. It was this whole decoding process just to get to an image.
And for Errol, that was the big problem. It was just too slow. In his own words, the process of recognizing the image, it just wasn't instant. What he wanted was a system that was as fast and intuitive as, just looking at the number itself. So that led him to a big aha moment. He thought, okay, what if I stop trying to translate the numbers and instead I just look at them? Like, really look at their actual shapes. And honestly, that's when everything changed for him.
Okay, let's take the number 44 as an example. Forget all those complicated codes, just look at this shape. Errol took one of the fours, flipped it upside down, and placed it right on top of the other one. And what do you get? The letter H, right? And what does an H instantly look like? A stepladder. It's just boom, right there. So simple.
And that right there is the core idea. Don't translate the number, just transform it. Literally change its shape into an object. He called it the Shaper system, and it's a method that is all about what you see, not about what you have to decode. So, the question is, how far can you actually take this simple idea? Well, after months of creative work and collaborating with the forum community, Errol built this out into a full-blown system, a complete visual dictionary for numbers. He developed a total of 110 core images. Now, that's one for each single digit from 0 to 9, plus an image for every single two-digit number, from 00 all the way to 99. And here's the truly brilliant part. These images come directly from the shapes of the numbers themselves. I mean, look at 00. It's totally a pair of binoculars. Or 11. Looks just like drumsticks. And 88, with those two circles stacked on top of each other, it's a set of weights. It just clicks. But the system gets even more creative. It's not just everyday objects. He found animals, too. So 23 becomes a swan. You can totally see the 2 as the curved neck. 19 is an elephant with the 1 as a leg and the 9 as its big curving trunk. And my personal favorite, if you stick a 6 and a 9 together in a circle, you get a perfect yin-yang symbol. I mean, how cool is that? Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. This feels intuitive, it feels fun, but is it just a clever party trick? Well, there's actually some powerful cognitive science that explains exactly why this is so effective. It's not just a memory hack, it's more like a brain hack. It's all based on something called dual coding theory, which was proposed by a psychologist named Alan Pavio. And his theory suggests our mind processes information through two completely distinct channels. There's a verbal channel and a visual channel. So think about it like this. When you see the number 23, that's what's called a symbolic code. It's abstract. But when you see the shape of a swan, that's an analog code. It's a mental image. By linking the number to the image, you're giving your brain two different pathways to retrieve the information. You're essentially doubling your chances of remembering it. So what's the most important takeaway from all of this? Is it just about memorizing Errol's list of 110 images? Absolutely not. The real power of the Shaper system is in making it your own. Let's look at the number 33, for example. For Errol, he saw a butterfly. But another user on the forum, they saw two singers huddled over a microphone. A third person looked at it and saw a buffalo. The point is, there's no single right answer. The best image is the one that pops into your head.
As memory enthusiast Greg Fleischaker notes, personalization is absolutely the key. He says the weirder it is and more personal, the better chance I have of remembering it. That personal connection is what makes an image stick like glue.
So ultimately, the Shaper system isn't just a list to be learned. It's more like a creative framework. It's an invitation not just to remember, but to really imagine. It's about looking at the world and numbers a little differently. So I'll leave you with this. What shapes will you see?